The top rudder, Ruckus. You've been teased for a year now, but guess what? Bryce says it's ready for production. So out here, Sun Fun, turning up the fun at 51, I think is what they're calling it this year. And I literally tackled Bryce. You see him on social media traveling with his airplanes, jets, and his family. And he's also got this really awesome project in the works the last couple years. And he says it's going to be in production for you really soon. You want to tell us about it?
Absolutely.
Let's do a walk and talk.
Let's check it out.
All right, so Bryce, what's new with the top rudder aircraft in the last several months to a year?
Okay, so last year, 1 year ago, we had the prototype on display out here, and since then we made a lot of improvements, and I want to walk you through some of those improvements, but we'll start with the very front. So this is an Aerolux prop. I will say we have not made our final decision on which prop we're going to use, so all you prop makers out there, if you want to send in your blades, we'll check them out and we'll give them a shot and see how they run. When we were here last year, it was a 582 Rotax, which is what we were flying. This is obviously a 912. This is the 912 UL, low compression, it's 80 horsepower. We're very excited to see what this thing can draw, and we will be posting videos on exactly the performance, the specs, and giving you guys a sort of inside view of what this can do with a 912, which is a very popular motor. If you come over here, you can see the new flap control system. So the prototype we originally introduced had flaperons. We have decided to change that to actual dedicated flaps and ailerons. So I'm going to show you how that works. Much like what you see in a Cub, you pull the flip.
Hold for jet.
Okay, so we have the flap controller here, much like a Cub. You pull the trigger, 1 step, 2 step, 3. Those are the positions that you have. As you can see, the flaps come really far down, so you can drag it in. It gets you very, very slow. You're in the low 20s.
What is that, about 40, 50?
It's about a 40, 50, something like that. I need to measure that to give you an exact number. But we have, next to the flaps, we have the pitch trim control. So we've got this added as a way to keep you nice and trim and cruise. And that's something we did not have on the original prototype. Obviously, you can see here there's a second seat, and I don't call this a two-place. We call this a jump seat, and now we also will be offering you a pod storage system underneath the body. It's a belly pod that you'll be able to carry all of your camping gear, whatever you are. We'll have a version that is insulated and non-insulated. You can decide what you do in the insulated version. Moving along the wing, let's talk about the front of the wing. These are called leading edge slats. So these are a way that you can increase the amount of lift you have when you have a very high pitch angle. So the great thing is it virtually does not stall, and so that allows you to get in very, very slow and prevent that stall spin scenario. Hard to compete with the pyro. Okay, all right, so we're moving along the wing here. Obviously we have these fences. That was part of the original design. We'll work our way around here. We have our dedicated ailerons here. Before we had, on the prototype, we had the flaperons. We've decided to change that design. There's some negative things that can happen when you're dragging your flaperons down. You lose a little bit of roll authority. So we've decided to have dedicated ailerons, dedicated flaps. Another feature we've added to this wing are spoilers. So if you follow along the top of the wing, I'm going to show you what those look like. This is a 6061 double layer boom tube, and the great thing about this design is we can lengthen it or we can shorten it based on your power plant. So in this instance we have the 912, it's about 180, 185 pounds, so we're able to put in a longer tail boom to get the center of gravity exactly where it needs to be. So if you're going to do a lighter motor, then you're going to go with like a Polini or a Hearth. We can actually shorten this boom so that your center of gravity is where it needs to be. If you come on back, you're going to see another feature we added. This is actually the pitch trim, the elevator trim here that you saw earlier with the lever.
Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, offering everything from state-of-the-art glass cockpit options to advanced control modules that power and control your entire aircraft. Gratia Aero Group at GratiaAero.com, proudly representing these best-in-class brands for experimental general aviation. Sherwings, BD Aviation, and MW Fly. KFA, Kitplanes for Africa, engineered for adventure and built for the bush is their motto, offering several STOL-kit aircraft options like the Expedition, Safari, Bush Baby, and Explorer. Find them online at kitplanesforafrica.co.za. Visit us online at experimentalaircraftchannel.com for all things DIY aviation. And consider supporting us on our Patreon page to help us bring you more original aviation content.
Okay.
All right, so the big question, Bryce, that's been lingering. When is this going into full production and delivery to be expected, and what is the price point estimated at now?
All right, we're currently in full production right now, and our existing customers will be taking delivery in the next 30 to 60 days, and the next 10 deposits we receive, they will get their airplane by the end of the summer. Generally, lead time is 6 months. We're going to quote 6 months for the lead time from the day we receive the deposit to the day that you take delivery. We do require the customer to come to our shop, do some of the work. This is an experimental category airplane, so you're required to do 51% of the work. And so we walk you through that process, and we have had excellent success with our customers in the shop already. And we've had a lot of fun doing it. So topruderaircraft.com. Go to the website, click on the configurator, and build your Ruckus. It'll save the Ruckus that you build with all your colors, your options, everything you need, and let's make a Ruckus. Okay, so for the Ruckus, it's $40,000 for the Ruckus, plus your engine, plus any additional options that you want to add to it. The engines can range from a 2-stroke Pellini, 30 horsepower, all the way up to a 912 or 914 or something even more. It's totally up to you which motor you want to choose. We will work with you to get your motor installed, and we look forward to getting you to fly. As you know, we have a 1,000-pound useful load. We probably need to wait a second. So these wings.
Yeah, it's tough working air shows. Shout out to our loyal patrons and our co-pilot status members, Zach Newsom, Mike Babcock, and Lynn Gardner. Thank you. Join us next time on the Experimental Aircraft channel.